So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, obviously traffic is an issue, as is the availability of parking in the district. So the question here is, what can be done, and what specifically would you do to ease congestion and create more parking spaces? Or do you feel that it would be better to concentrate on getting people to take more public transportation rather than making it easier to get around by car? Whoever wants to start can start, and then we'll cycle through.
Recognizing this issue.
If I could ask you guys to use the mic, that'll make it easier for everyone to hear, if that's okay.
Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah. Recognizing the issue, the question you just raised, I knew that there was money for transportation in the federal government called T21 monies. I spoke with Congressman Crowley, and through his office, it took some time to do that, but this community was awarded $640,000 to do the study within the immediate area. Because one, the BQE was opening on 37th Avenue. We had the new terminal that was put in, that is the transportation hub of Queens, Northern Boulevard, Roosevelt Avenue, having Woodside Avenue. So that study started. It is completed. They had a meeting on their first review of it. And when that is finished and a final report, they will actually have, which will come out to the public again, exactly what the recommendations are for easing the patterns, for looking at the traffic patterns, for looking at the parking patterns, and to see how we can come to a very reasonable solution as to handling this very, very difficult issue, and certainly very much crowded in the area. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The neighborhood, the transportation alternative using the bike is a good idea, but at the same time, most of the people who live in this neighborhood, they work in Manhattan, most of them are. The people who live with the disposable income, they go to Manhattan. The people who come here, they're from a different neighborhood. How do they get here? Are they going to bike? It is a good idea. The proposal is good to have a beautiful biking, but the most of the streets are not wide enough. Now, she is saying that the study took 8 years. She's been in the city council. The study took some kind of a result is going to come, and we're going to watch on that. I don't know what it is, but it is a good idea. It is a good beginning for our 8 years. The point is how to solve this problem. I propose a couple of things, and especially in 69, 70th Street and 34th, we may have to close this place, and Saturdays, at least one Saturdays in summertime, and people can jog at least up to 80th block. I'm a very big runner. I run 3 miles a day. I'm 64 years old. I run 3 to 4 miles a day every day. So I love to run outside, but I'm so scared to run outside. Now I have a treadmill. The thing is that we have to find the natural solutions. Bicycling is
30
good.
seconds.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Stanley, and thank you, everybody, for coming.
I was going to say, you actually have 30 seconds more if you wanted to keep going.
So bicycling, to me, providing a special route in the street, to me it is impossible. Now we can have all utopian dreams about all those things, but the roads are so narrow unless you make sure that there is alternative. One of the streets never have parking. I don't know how many people are going to agree with that. The business people, I don't know how people don't come to this neighborhood. How do they make money? I don't know.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you to Transportation Alternatives, and thank you, Willow, for hosting this. To go directly to the question, because I think you had asked about cars versus a sustainable subway to mass transit system, was the question. I think in a practical sense, we have to do a little bit of both, because one problem is that people have a very difficult time giving up their cars. We have a lot of cars here in the neighborhood. But the top priority must be to having a sustainable mass transit system here in this neighborhood. So we've come up with a number of ideas and plans. As a matter of fact, some of them are posted on my website, danieldrum.com, to redirect traffic in the neighborhood, to redirect bus routes, to, unfortunately, there was a bus stop on 73rd Street, and the bus stop was taken out. We need to have as many bus stops as we possibly can have in this neighborhood, and the council member allowed 3 parking meters to be put in there. And I don't think that that was the correct use of that area, of that corner, and I think it actually adds to the congestion, to the problems that we're seeing over there. In terms of the money, the $640,000 that the council member alluded to, there was already a study done, and it was completed in 2001. And unfortunately, the incumbent did not implement any of the recommendations of that study. So whereas I believe that having a study is a good thing for the neighborhood, I think what we have to do is to ensure that some of the recommendations, at least some of the recommendations, are implemented.